I'm Kyle with Engineering Judgment. Welcome to this episode where we go over the remarkable Paper Pro after 100 days of usage. 100 days is how long the trial period is, so spoiler alert, I did keep it. But let's jump right in. The first thing I wanted to check out is the selfie camera. Let's go ahead and take a quick peek here, see how good it does. And not bad. So continuing on, let's jump right in with the positives. I've been using this almost daily for over 100 days now. I don't know the exact count, but been using it quite a lot. I did get the Pro pencil that has the actual built-in eraser. I still recommend it, even though you do have undo and erase modes on the side over here in your toolbar. We'll just run down the list real quick. The notes that I take are much more useful now. I actually can share them when I take them with meetings, or just find them much easier for myself for later reference. The convert to text works pretty well. I tend to print, so it picks up most of my writing, and so it does pretty good. I'm happy with it. One of the biggest things that I noticed is that you can move notes when you run out of room. So if you want to add something but you forget, you can just slide it down and then add in whatever you missed. So this, awesome. All my notes are now in one place. That's a big bonus. I just have them organized by folders. The meetings go really well using the screen share, as you can see right here, because I am using screen share. It is being mirrored right now as we speak. It tends to go over really well. Lots of people comment on it. I've used some OBS and virtual cam trickery to actually have this pop up in my meeting. So when I'm doing like a Google Meet call, I have a few of those. I'll actually be able to take notes or share directly on screen like this. Very helpful, especially when I'm trying to explain concepts or just more detailed sketches than talking would be good for. With my use, I charge it every 1 to 2 weeks. I use it pretty frequently. I could probably go slightly longer, but I prefer to keep it relatively topped up. Having the backlight is great. I do appreciate that a lot more over the original 2 that I had. It is nice to be able to see it in dim light conditions. I do turn it off when I'm in the sunlight because it's not needed, but very helpful indoors. The color on the tablet is good. I'm not gonna say it's great, but it's still positive. It's a little muted. Like the paper is green, and you can see that on the page, but on the tablet it still looks gray. That's fine, it's not a big deal, but the colors are not super vivid. Now when you export them, and it'll show up like it does on the screen share here, and the colors will be vivid and nice to see. As a quick demo here, we'll just take some red, scribble on the screen, very bright on screen, and just muted red on the tablet. Still good though. Let's jump on to the negatives. There are a few things that I take issue with. Overall, still positive, but for my personal use, I'm out in a shop a lot, so I can't actually carry this for any dirty areas because I don't want it to get scratched or just filthy. So I still carry a paper notebook in my back pocket, but once I'm at my desk, this is basically all I use. When you're writing directly near the edge, see, I'm trying to attempt it. See, I'll start right here, and I'm right near the edge. See, it's not picking up. There it goes. So it can be missed sometimes. If you're trying to squeeze something in, it can be a bit of a hassle, but most of the time that's not an issue. Just move this stuff down to get more room. The desktop app has this strange thing. When you export files, it creates a new folder every time you do it. So you'll end up with, export, 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 like a bunch of subfolders, and that can be pretty annoying when you're trying to make some quick adjustments or sketches and then import them to do more work on them on the computer. The export, probably one of the more annoying things that I have to deal with. The page turning, pretty good. I'd say 90% of the time it works well, but sometimes I'll be writing and then go to switch pages really fast, and it just won't log that press, you know, because you just do this, and then most of the time it works, but occasionally it won't do it, and then I'm sitting there, you know, just mashing back and forth. Not very often though. Let's see. Oh, wrong page. There we go. I do want templates. Like, I really want to upload custom templates because they give you, you know, the ones that are, let's see, background. Oh, see, you can't actually show the template because this is a PDF. Because this is how I got around not having custom templates. I uploaded this engineering paper as a PDF, and now I'm just copying it and writing over the top of it. I can't actually get this uploaded as a template, which is pretty bothersome because I feel like I should be able to do that. Because they do have a few templates, but I can see it being very common for users to want to put their own templates, so it kind of baffles me as to why I can't do that in any way. I'd also, just personally, like to have some open mods, just because I would like bookmarks. Because when I'm doing research or taking notes, I like to have, you know, with a real book, I'll like put my thumb in a page and then I'll move over and I'll write down and then I'll refer back to that first page. And you can't really do that without backing out and going through a bunch of tedium. So I'd really like to add a button over here on the left, you know, that just looks like a bookmark or something. And so I can hit that button and then it saves a page. And then every time I tap it, it jumps back to that page. And then when I tap it again, I go back to the page that I first left. I'd really like to have that functionality. They don't offer any sort of modding that's officially, you know, recognized. So for the moment, I'm just suffering with it, but that would be a huge bonus and quality of life improvement for me personally with the way that I use it. A little quirk is the desktop app will update instantly no matter what option you pick. Like when you open the app to do the screen share here or, you know, anything else, sometimes there'll be an update and you can, you know, click yes, install now, or remind me later. If you pick remind me later, that later is instantly. So strange. Doesn't actually wait till the next time you start the app, which is what I expected. I realize that this is a handwriting device, but when you do a straight line and you hold it, it will actually click. You see it right there? And then you have a solid line. But you can't do that with like a square. It won't automatically do it, or circles. And I feel like that would be a great, you know, snap thing instead of just with straight lines to do basic shapes, because I just feel like it would be very helpful for when I'm sketching or trying to do something, so I don't have to get like an actual ruler out and, you know, do that to get a perfect square. Again, I realize this is meant for handwriting, but it can be slightly modified, you know, enhanced handwriting is what I would say. One irk I had is this tablet was very expensive. On top of, you know, everything else, I got charged approximately $8 purchase fee. That was not shown anywhere, it just showed up on my bank account. I noticed that watching you, remarkable. Which is kind of annoying because I figure they could have either just paid for that themselves or wrapped it up in the cost of the tablet. I don't know, just irritated me a little bit. As far as usage goes, this is the biggest problem right here. The search is not great because it still can't search handwriting. So if I search for any of these words like templates on this page, I won't actually be able to find it. I have to tag the page, you know, and I tend to not do that very well, except on stuff that I routinely use. So it'd just be really nice if they could update the search to go through handwriting. Even if it just indexed it every so often, that would be great. I feel like that would be a huge, huge performance improvement. And I guess with that, we can move on to the final engineering judgment verdict. The summary here is pretty easy. It's excellent. So you might not be surprised when I say, do I recommend this? Yes, I do. It is very expensive, but if you have a unique use case like I do, where you carry around paper notebooks all the time and you want to reference those notes, this is a very good solution. The handwriting is fantastic on it, and I mean, I ended up keeping it, passed the trial, so that should say something. But excellent, good job, remarkable. Just work on the software just a little bit. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.